Hi everyone, this is Heather. I wanted to give you an update on Georgina's legacy. As many of you know, Georgina went missing about a week ago. Georgina had 7 new hatchlings, chicks that were following her around, and they were so cute. And then one day, Georgina just disappeared. And then the next day, one of her chicks disappeared. And then the next day, another chick. And then the next day, another chick, and they just started to disappear one right after the other until we were left with one remaining chick out of 7. So 7 chicks plus Georgina, 8 total chickens. Okay, most of them go missing. We're down to one tiny little white silky that we named Corey. And the reason we named her Corey is after Corey Ten Boom. If you've read that book, then you know what I'm talking about. She survived the Holocaust, and her sister Betsy did not. Oh, it's a super sad book. But okay, one remaining chick, Corey, little white silky, so cute. So we took extreme measures to protect Corey. Hang on, I have to show you this. Every night, my mom would catch Corey because she got used to her and put her in this pet carrier. See this nice pet carrier? And then she would place the pet carrier inside of the chicken coop. Now the reason she was doing this is because we suspected that in the morning when the chicken door automatically opened, because it's on a sensor for daylight, that as the chickens came out, whatever it was that was picking off these hens was coming first thing in the morning. So we were thinking it was a hawk, but we couldn't verify that. We were thinking, could a snake do it? Could a raccoon? I don't know how a raccoon could get in there. I mean, how could it get, it couldn't get into the coop. It couldn't get in, even into the area. So we just weren't sure. So Corey was protected in here all the time, happy. Then Mom would go out and let her out in the morning. So Mom went out this morning to let Corey out of her little safe house. And guess what? Corey wasn't there. Poof, gone. Corey disappeared into thin air. Now, let me ask you, how does a tiny baby chicken disappear into thin air? Yet this carrier was unharmed, not open, not unlatched, nothing but a bunch of feathers and a dead chicken that we could not find. So Corey's gone. She has disappeared. That means that Georgina and all of her chicks, they're gone. They're just all gone. Safe, was safe inside here. So if you're like me, you're looking at this and you're thinking, what? And how? How could something get to her? Look at these tiny little openings. You see the feathers remaining on the front? Okay. And that's when my dad said, it's probably a weasel. Oh, a weasel, you ask? Oh, they are grotesque. So these weasels are like, they look like skinny, ugly little rats. They got mean teeth. Go look one up on the Google. Look for weasel teeth and see what you find. Anyway, obviously, they can get through really teeny tiny openings. Because you see, if a raccoon got to that carrier, it would get its little nasty arm in there, but it wouldn't be able to reach Corey because she would go all the way to the back. So whatever it was able to get into the carrier through those tiny little openings, grab Corey, the sweet little orphan chicken, pull her out, and then eat her. It's awful. My mom is very sad, you guys, like crying sad. All of these chickens are gone. So we've got to do something about this because it's probably not just one weasel. It's probably a nasty little family of devil weasels out there preying on my chickens. So what I have here, you guessed it, a weasel trap. And yes, I am concerned. I am concerned about the size of the openings of this. If it can get through that pet carrier, can it get through these? Well, this is going to be night number 1 of us trying it. And if it doesn't work, we're going to keep trying other methods until we catch every single little weasel in these woods. I think I overheard Dad saying he was going to put some liver in here this evening. Place this either near or inside the coop. Let the door open and see if we can catch the weasel in this trap, in this weasel trap. Okay, so listen, I know some of you city folk can't handle this, but I've got to tell you something straight to your faces. We will not be rehoming the weasels. We will not get the little weasel family together and take them off to live somewhere on a farm. We are not doing that. The weasels will die. They will die. I am sorry if you cannot handle that, but until you see a weasel rip apart your chicken and break your mother's heart, you can't judge me. You can't judge what you would do with that weasel. You say, I look into the cute little weasel eyes and I didn't want to hurt the weasel, until that weasel rips apart your baby chicken. No, I have no heart when it comes to these weasels. If we catch the weasel in this trap, the weasel will die. It will not be rehomed. I make no apologies for that. If we catch this weasel tomorrow morning, you're going to hear about it because I'm going to tell you. And if we don't, you're probably going to hear about it because I'm going to update you. But we're going to keep setting the trap until we catch all the weasels in western Pennsylvania. And we'll destroy them one at a time. Oh no, the weasels, they have a purpose. Oh, go look up weasels on the Google and look at their evil weasel devil faces in their teeth and see what they do. Susie says, get him and kill him. The weasels will not survive here on the homestead. They just keep picking off our chickens one by one. Every morning they get this nice meal. And what I'm afraid of is that word has gotten out amongst the weasel community that we just have, it's like an open diner here up on the hill, and they can help themselves whenever they want. And that's just not gonna fly. Now, I was feeling rather brutal earlier, and I thought I will destroy that weasel. But I think I'm going to leave that up to my dad because that's kind of why we let him live here. Yeah, Heather, these evil weasel devils will die. I'm telling you, go look up a photo of a weasel. They have the name weasel for a reason. They are, look at this. Hang on. How did that devil weasel get in through these tiny little openings and get out? See, these are, I didn't measure, but it looks like the opening on the pet carrier and the weasel trap are very similar. So I am not sure. I'm not sure about this. I'm just not sure how we're going to be able to catch the weasel and keep it in this little trap. If it was able to get out of that, but hey, listen, you don't know until you try. So we'll put liver in the devil weasel trap, see if we catch them. If they get out, like if there's no liver and there's no weasel, all right, we just have to fashion something else. But I'm going to tell you something. That weasel may be winning right now, but in the long term, he's going to die. We're going to find him and all of his weasel friends and his weasel family, and they're all going to die. And for all of you city folk out there, don't cry about the evil devil weasels. They will eat your chickens. They'd probably eat your children and your small dogs if they could. They're so evil. They got mean teeth. They're big and nasty. The weasels will die. All right, so I'll keep you updated on how, if the weasels are able to outsmart us, because so far they have. I'm not proud of that. We thought for days, a week or more, that this was probably a hawk swooping down and taking these chickens. No. There have been clues, and the clues have led us to believe that we are dealing with a maniacal group of devil weasels. A devil weasel tribe, if you will. And I'm just not gonna, I'm looking outside, I'm piercing my eyes. Oh, I just see something cute out here though. There's a big Tom turkey walking along the perimeter of our driveway. Hello, Tom, your hen was here earlier. She was. And my friend Amy says, I'm so emotional right now about this whole thing. And that's because my sweet friend Amy, she has chickens. And she loves her chickens like we love our chickens. So she knows, Amy, it's a weasel. Or at least we think it's a weasel. We just can't imagine what animal was able to get inside of the chicken coop. First of all, the chicken coop is fenced in. The whole area is fenced in. So something had to get under the fence. There are tiny gaps that are open. And then into the chicken coop. And then into the pet carrier and take little Corey chicken. Sad. So homestead life is tough. It takes a lot of energy. Obviously to outsmart a weasel because I've never done that before. But I'll keep you guys up to date. Have a great evening.